Yeah, I mean, I was definitely nervous. I wanted to do Bali the previous years, but I was aware of how strict Bali can be. So I avoided it and went to Fiji instead. This year I went in with a more information. I had a lawyer already picked out in case anything went wrong. So I went aware of my risks, but I was happy to take the risk. So I was then, when I was taken to the villa, there was then about 40 Balinese police officers completely tipping up, destroying the villa, videoing, and then also FaceTiming their friends as well, just to say, oh my God, it's Bonnie Blue, putting the camera in my face. So one of the things, obviously, that's been spoken about a lot is respect, saying, I disrespected a country that has very high morals. And I think if that was really the case, I wouldn't have had police officers shoving a camera in my face and FaceTiming friends and family just to say they'd arrested me and saying they was going to charge me. And at this point, they had no evidence, but they still like to try and pretend they're somebody. For the first 30 hours, I wasn't allowed to leave the police station. I was interrogated, wasn't allowed much sleep, no food, little water, toilets without toilet paper. Hygiene was not a thing in there at all. They're chain smoking in a room with no windows or fresh air coming in. So it was definitely difficult. And within those 2 hours, within that 30 hours, there was 2 hours in particular where they said, look, you might actually get charged. But the lawyer said, look, don't worry, because they don't have evidence, but it might just be they charge you and we will get you released at a later date. I was scared that, okay, well, if I go to prison, I don't know if things are just getting forgotten about, or, you don't know how quickly it's gonna escalate. But after that, I was released after probably 35 hours and sent to immigration. Immigration took my passport. They didn't detain me because there was about, in total, probably 20 of us. They don't have the space to detain 20 people, so we were allowed to leave. But I was left with no phone, no money, obviously no passport. I wasn't allowed to return to my villa because it was a crime scene. And we're in the middle of Bali, and we're like, what do we do? Where do we go? Luckily, we met a Australian family and they took us in for the night, put us in their hotel. We ordered room service, showered. So that was very nice and nice to feel fresh and clean again. But I still had no clothes, no clean underwear. The following day, we had to go back to the police station for more interrogating questions. But after the first 30 hours, I was able to check into a hotel. So I wasn't in prison. Well, I was said in one of my TikToks as well, even if I was going to jail, prison, whatever, you're not going to see me cry, because if I'm going to jail, crying's genuinely not going to do anything. And I can't stand it when people do crocodile tears. So yeah, sucking a lollipop and wearing a cute two-piece was the best thing I could do.